I'm the most powerful thing ever.
Jed is the most powerful thing ever.
That's such a lie.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. Today, or over the next couple days, we are working on getting our ceiling in the van. And I'm just really excited about it. I think it's really going to start to bring it together. And
I feel like we're doing big things in the van now.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Like so last week when we put the rubber coat on the roof, no one sees that. It's something that has to be done, but it's not something that you look at and you're like, oh, you got so much done on the van. It's like, well.
But at the end of this, you're going to be like, man, that's a nice ceiling.
So we did go with SHIPLAP, and it has a lot of beautiful knots and grains and stuff. It is pine.
Yes.
But we're staining it.
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful mocha color. So we're going with the darker wood on the ceiling. So excited to see how it turns out. This is our SHIPLAP. So one side of it is actually kind of flat, and then the other side has some more kind of decorative ridges. We have decided to use the flat side. So first task to
Flat side.
The first task to do to get going is to sand all this down. We're going to use a 220 grit sandpaper and smooth these puppies out.
That's a perfect job for someone named Sandy.
Sanding. Are you ready? Next up, we are going to actually use a pre-stain. We debated on whether or not to use it, but it says right on the can that it prepares the wood and prevents blotchiness, so your choice.
Prepare yourself!
So we are actually using Minwax products and pre-stain, so it looks pretty simple. It says basically just to brush it on, wait 5 to 15 minutes, remove any excess so it's not like, you know, soupy goopy kind of stuff, and then
soupy
goopy, and then after you wait that 5 to 15 minutes and you wipe it off, then we can apply the stain, and that's where the magic happens. Our pre-treat has been on our wood for about 15 minutes, so now we are ready to start applying the stain. So like we said earlier, we are using a mocha stain.
I could go for a mocha right now.
Yeah, I could use some coffee. It says that you should not shake. This is best stirred, not shaken. Martinis. Is our polyurethane, which is our top coat that we're going to put on our boards. They had two choices at the store we went to. It was a semi-gloss and a clear satin. We decided to go with the clear satin because we didn't want it to be too kind of shiny looking. So the other night while Jed was working, what were you working on the other night? He was working on something. I was actually staining a couple of the boards. So we stained most of them today, but I stained a couple the other day just to check it out. So those are dry now, so we're actually going to apply the coat to those while we wait for our other boards to dry. I'm really excited to see how this turns out because I'm not sure what to expect about how shiny they are. I think we've had a successful day. Day one of doing our ceiling is complete. We got every board sanded down, we got it pre-treated, we stained it, and we just finished up the top coat on all of them. So now they all are going to dry overnight.
I helped a little bit.
It's mostly me. He wiped off stain.
See you guys in the morning. Well, good morning, sleepyheads. It's about time you got up.
So we are ready.
That sounded super scripted.
That was very super scripted. It wasn't even.
It wasn't, but hey, good morning.
So our boards have dried enough sufficiently overnight for us to be able to install them in the van today. They look gorgeous. We absolutely love them. They turned out perfect.
I think they turned out great. I was worried about the mocha color being a little dark, but
we'll see once we get them in here, you know, but I think they're going to work out really well. But let's get going.
where?
Down there.
We got a good bit of the ceiling. Well, I mean a moderate bit of ceiling put in last night before we had to call it quits because it got too dark. But we're up early this morning, and Sandy's back here insulating what we've installed.
So if you remember, we did the rest of the van, the walls, the floor, everything with Havelock wool. We're doing the same thing with the ceiling, except for we had a little difficulty getting it to stay up with string when we were doing the rest of the insulation. So we decided we would just wait until we got to this point and then be able to just kind of stuff it up there. It's actually working really well. I'm just stuffing these little pieces up over the boards that we just put up. And it's looking really good. Easy. But if you haven't checked out our insulation video, make sure you do that.
So one of the most exciting things apart from the insulation is look how much room I have. I mean, we haven't put the floor in yet, which is going to take away a little bit of space, but I'm 5'11" and a half, and I still have a pretty good amount of room. Here I am on my tiptoes, and then I can touch the ceiling, but I shouldn't be on my tiptoes in the van unless I'm sneaking around on my tiptoes. One of the things I absolutely did not anticipate was how long it was going to take a hole saw to get through the SHIPLAP. This SHIPLAP is like made out of natural steel. So we've already burned, it takes about one battery to drill 1.5 holes in this SHIPLAP.
Standard drill is not the most powerful thing ever.
I'm the most powerful thing ever.
Jed is the most powerful thing ever.
That's such a lie. I think we've been making pretty good progress so far, but just like any other project in the van, we've always come across like one tiny little thing that just throws our time estimates off of how long something's going to take. Now, for the roof, it's been this back here. So our Sprinter, the whole back end kind of tapers down. So we didn't have any kind of framework back here because we were going to add it as we put in the roof, the ceiling, just so we knew kind of what we had to adjust to and what we were dealing with. So that turned out to be a lot more difficult than we had anticipated. So it looks like we found a solution to our framing issue in the back. Luckily we had some extra L brackets from something earlier, and they actually worked perfect to put on the side and run another piece of framing across the back. So now we can continue with the ceiling. Well, that was fun.
Everything about building a van, it's fun.
And super easy.
They said build a van. It'll be fun.
Most of our ceiling is in, and I love the way it looks, actually.
Yeah, so we got the whole center part done. We got all the puck lights in, except for one I'm still finishing up in a few minutes. It looks really, really great. I think it's going to be really nice. Something nice to lay in bed and stare at.
But you may have noticed that over on the driver's side, in the back, we're not able to complete our ceiling there because we still need to drop solar, which we're waiting on some parts to do. So
exactly, we got to drop the solar, put up the wall, and then put the ceiling in there. So it's going to be a little bit before we get that done, but it's coming.
And also on the
passenger
side,
like right up here.
We're waiting to install that after we actually put cabinets in.
Maybe. We're not sure what we're doing is the problem.
So a lot of van building is like a jigsaw puzzle, and it's like you have to try to see what fits in order to do it. So, but we've got the main portion of the roof done.
Yep. So, very happy. I think that is going to do it for this video. Subscribe, like.
Yeah, do all that YouTube stuff that people are always telling you to do.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think we're both really tired.
Yeah, we are tired. So we're going to go get some sleep and then wake up tomorrow and then find something new to work on, which is a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But until then, stay
stay wonderful.
I forgot to say stay wonderful.
Call it a day.